In the 19th century, Yorùbáland was shaken by prolonged warfare following the collapse of the old Oyo Empire. Power struggles, shifting alliances, and the rise of new military states, such as Ibadan, plunged many towns into decades of conflict. It was within this unstable period that Iseyin, an important town on the northern frontier of Yorùbáland, emerged as both a strategic and cultural center. Iseyin was known for its people's industry, especially weaving and farming. But like many Yoruba towns of the era, it was also forced to defend itself repeatedly against external threats. The survival of the town depended heavily on its military leadership. At the head of this leadership stood the Areago, the highest war title in Iseyin, responsible for organizing warriors, defending territory, and representing the town in regional conflicts. One Areago, whose leadership coincided with the Kiriji War. 1877, seven the Churchill authorities on matters of security significance in history. The title Areago was not ceremonial. It was a position of active command. The Areago was responsible for mobilizing Iseyin's warriors in times of war, planning defensive and offensive strategies, maintaining discipline among fighting men, advising the town's political authorities on matters of security. Unlike hereditary titles, the Areago title was based largely on proven military experience, bravery, and trust. Selection involved consultation among elders, war chiefs, and divination to confirm spiritual approval. By the mid-19th century, the Areago of Iseyin was expected not only to defend the town, but also to coordinate with allied Ekiti and Oyo Yoruba forces resisting Ibadan expansion. The man who would later become Areago rose during a period of frequent raids and border conflicts. From available oral traditions in Iseyin, he was known as a disciplined warrior who gained recognition through participation in defensive campaigns that protected farms, trade routes, and surrounding villages. He distinguished himself not by reckless aggression, but by tactical patience. Elders recalled that he understood forest warfare, ambush tactics, and the importance of preserving manpower, skills that later became crucial during the Kiriji War. After the death of a previous war leader, during ongoing conflicts, the Council of Chiefs elevated him to the title of Areago of Iseyin. His confirmation marked a turning point, as the town faced increasing military pressure from Ibadan-aligned forces. The Kiriji War, also known as the Ekiti Parapo, was the longest civil war in Yoruba history. It began as a resistance by Ekiti, Ijesa, and allied Oyo Yoruba towns against Ibadan's political and military dominance. Iseyin, due to its location and historical ties to Oyo, became strategically important. Although not always on the front lines, the town played a defensive and logistical role, providing warriors, supplies, and safe routes through forested terrain. As Areago, the war leader of Iseyin, organized the town's military response. Rather than confronting larger Ibadan armies directly, he emphasized defensive warfare, protecting Iseyin's borders, securing food supply routes, conducting limited engagements, designed to delay or weaken enemy advances. This strategy helped ensure that Iseyin was not overrun during the prolonged conflict. Historical accounts describe the Areago of Iseyin as a commander who understood the cost of war. By the early 1890s, exhaustion set in across Yorùbáland. British colonial intervention and diplomatic pressure eventually brought the Kiriji War to an end. The conflict concluded not with clear victory, but with negotiated peace and external control. For Iseyin, survival itself was a significant outcome. The town remained intact, its political structure preserved, and its people spared total displacement. This endurance is widely attributed, in part, to the cautious and strategic leadership of its Areago during the war years. Following the war, the Areago gradually withdrew from active military command. Like many war leaders of his generation, he transitioned into an advisory role, helping to stabilize the town during the early colonial period. The Areago of Iseyin died in the years following the Kiriji War. His burial was conducted with full military and traditional honors, reflecting the importance of his service. Although no written records from his lifetime survive, his name and deeds were preserved through oral history, family lineages, and communal memory. Historically, he is remembered not as a conqueror, but as a protector of Iseyin during one of the most destructive periods in Yoruba history. The story of the Areago of Iseyin represents a broader truth about Yoruba history. Survival often depended on disciplined local leadership rather than imperial ambition. His life illustrates how smaller towns navigated regional wars through strategy, restraint, and unity. For historical documentation and visual storytelling, his story offers an authentic narrative rooted in real events, real struggles, and the lived experiences of ordinary people during extraordinary times. The Areago of Iseyin stands as a symbol of resistance, responsibility, and historical continuity in Yorùbáland.